My name is Ahmed Sheikh, UCF ID 5788310, and this is assignment 3. So we have item type Java, and this is just the constructor item type. These are the enum ensures that we have these specific categories and nothing else. Pretty name is basically electronic instead of electronic in all caps, and override just make sure that this function works properly, such that we print candy instead of candy. So we have item Java. This is the public class item. Item is basically a public class which can be accessed by all of the files above, unlike the private strings or the basically pretty name, etc. Another override over here to specifically format the readings of each item. We have vending machine.java. This is the main file basically. So vending app is the input file in which the vending machine takes the input from the user. It creates the vending machine's objects, adds the items. It takes a loop in which we keep entering the items until the user is done or his balance finishes, I guess. And then we have the catches, which basically just validate the code to make sure that if there is any error, a proper error message is input. And then we have the final report over here. So the main file is the vending machine Java file. I'll start off from the bottom. We have the get global sales is shared across all of the machines and is a global variable basically. We have the vending machine as a public class, so it could be accessed by all the files. We have its private variables. This constructor basically runs every time we need a new item from a specific location, and then it resets your balance to 0, or not 0, but like after the change has been showed, it resets the balance. And then we have add item, which is another constructor, which basically this is a Java method and it's part of the library of the Java, and it basically adds an item to the end of the list. We have insert money, which validates the user's money, making sure that it is not negative or below 0. We have select item, in which we basically validate the item's index first, making sure that it is between 0 and 2, since we have 3 items in total and the array starts from 0. Basically, this is to get the item. This checks the user's funds, and then this shows the price needed if the funds are less, or if the funds are enough, it just basically prints out the change. And then we have the current balance after the change is input. As I said previously, the balance goes back to 0 once the change is output. And then we have the display inventory. After the code is run, we basically get the inventory displayed again. It just checks that there are items in the list, or if it is empty. So the code does compile, and let me just input some of the. We have the money entered, which is 5. This is the first test case. I think it should be happy path. Yeah, I think this should work. Let me redo that. 0, and then I'll just go with 1. Insufficient funds, need 1.25 more. Then I will go with the third case, which should be invalid item. So if I just put in $1.5 and then item number 3, yeah, as done previously, it would be the item number does not exist. And then the last case would be the invalid input. So this would be the wrong money entered. So if I put in 1 amount of money FDS, it prints out invalid input, please enter number only. That should be my code. Thank you.